Hi everybody, if you are watching this video, you've clicked the icon Spice It Up, and that's with good reason.
Yeah, spice it up is always good reason.
Well, for many reasons. I love spicy food, but it's so difficult to pair the right wine with spicy food. I mean, the wine can either overwhelm the dish, but most of the time the dish can completely annihilate the wine. So it was very important to highlight this on our website and to match make the right wine and the right food to all of you like me who love spicy food. And there's a few specific cultivars that goes extremely well with spicy food. And I mean, you're the somm. As a sommelier, I'm sure that you've been in situations in restaurants where you had to guide the restaurant visitor on what they should order when they like a Thai curry or a very spicy Mexican dish or something like that. So why are you smiling?
No, I'm smiling. I'm smiling because this is a wine that a sommelier tends to really enjoy spending time on.
Okay.
Simply, or the wine, the varietal. And these are varietal that generally, there's exceptions, but generally does go extremely well with spicy dishes. And the reason it goes through with spicy dishes is because of the characteristics on the palate.
Well, before you go into detail, let me just brag with you a little bit. So George and I started Married to Wine during lockdown for the reason to share our love of wine and our skill that I believe was collected over a series of years, but to also for you to get a place or a platform from where you can train people. So George has been involved in a lot of restaurant training, wine farm training, just teaching wine steerers or restaurant staff that detailed nuances that's important, that just lift a 4-star service to, or raise a 4-star service to a 5-star service. So Giorgio is actively doing training. So all of you that want to book Giorgio, he is available for that.
Book Giorgio and book Spice It Up. Thanks, Bose. Thanks, Grazie.
But let's go back to the wine.
So personally, Sam, and you probably taste a lot more than what I do. This is a varietal that I find the easiest to identify with regards to the nose.
Okay.
And that being said, there's 2 or 3 different noses that comes up and really. Go, you stopping my hand, tell me.
No, but we haven't said whose wine is in front of us.
Bella, but okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. We're going into varietal without naming the property.
So there's a brand hiding behind this veil, is Orpheus and the Raven. Now, Orpheus and the Raven is a brand that was started by 2 fiercely creative individuals. Brandon, who started Bravo Designs, and Etienne Lowe, who's a fantastic winemaker and just a great human being.
Person, yeah.
And both of them coming into this project with the different loves of wine and culture and art. And Etienne, you go into at his house, he's got like a man cave with vinyls that he's collected from rock stars over like how many years and generations. And he's just such a versatile musician. And they there's something surprise from the brand side of revealing their wine notes in terms of music, but that's a space to watch.
But Sam, I mean, 2 seconds. I mean, yeah, vinyls without a doubt, musician without a doubt. But as a winemaker, I mean, he's just taking these wines to a different level.
And I think that's what they wanted to do with the brand Orpheus and the Raven. It's basically him and brand is their alter egos.
Right.
And they're playing on the mythical figure Orpheus, who went into the underworld, who could charm anybody with his music, but he couldn't get his wife, he couldn't rescue her. But
you've got to read up on the story,
You've got to go read the story. So Orpheus is Etienne, and the Raven is the one that's encouraging him to look at the light and to never look back. And this is what this brand is all about.
That's very
It's
cool.
to never look back, never take shortcuts, but never be shy about putting yourself out there in a wine. And they make a Chenin, they make a Gewürztraminer, they make a Pinotage, a bold Pinotage, and they make a red blend. So this is just one of the wines.
Well, this is a wine that I haven't tasted before.
Right.
Without a doubt.
I think that's what you've got to
however,
do immediately.
Immediately. So I get that pink rose petal. I get slight hints of nougat. Nougat with almond flakes inside.
Okay.
Yes?
Do you get poached peach?
I get, without a doubt, poached peach. Yeah, exactly, poached peach. I get also slight hints of lychees, light cheese. Those are certain hints with regards to that varietal. On the palate,
It's very floral. It's really pretty. It's really inviting, and I think that's why this wine will go so well with spicy food. It just adds a different level and dimension to your food.
so it's not what I was expecting. Right, there's a sense of fruit, but there's a tendency of dryness too. So it's not those oversweet wines, which would be a perfect pairing for spicy dishes.
It's dry.
It is dry, yeah, with that, but there's a lot of fruit.
No.
I mean, this is something with a lovely Cape Malay dish, with spicy peri peri prawns, with a lovely chicken with the Portuguese spices. A really, it's a perfect pairing, right?
And not a very high acidity.
No, that is very interesting. And I picked up quite quickly. Yeah.
So I think the power of this wine lies in its texture, and in this really voluminous kind of way, it fills your mouth.
Mid palate, everything happens there, doesn't it? It just explodes with so many components of this wine. I mean,
Well, I think you've got a pretty good idea of what it might be. So if you can guess the cultivar, you've got to go visit the Orpheus and the Ravens Instagram page. They're not so active on Facebook, but
Right.
they are very much
Insta.
present on Instagram. And go and like this video on Facebook, and go and share it. And
Kind of like Married to Wine Facebook page.
absolutely, that's what I said.
Sorry, yeah.
And and stand a chance to win 12 magnificent wines at the end of September. We're gonna have this running for 2 weeks.
Sure.
And every month we're going to have different wines featured under Spice It Up. And in the last week of September, we'll reveal the wines. And maybe you're the lucky person who's got probably, I think, 1 bottle of wine for every week of till the end of the year. So
Orpheus and the Raven, thank you for the opportunity.
it's a privilege to have your wine in our glass. And cheers to Orpheus
Cheers.
and the Raven.
Cheers, everybody.
Oh,
This is amazing.
you like it?